Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Chronos blindly plays Apollo Justice. Whatever the first one's called, because I actually don't know. Just make sure this is all set up right. I'm not going to change anything too much. Yeah, that should be fine. Sure, okay. Let's go game selection. That one, yeah. Is that the first one? I would assume so. Okay, yeah, that seems like the first one. I really hope it's the first one. Apollo Justice Attorney, Ace Attorney. Yeah, it's the first on the list. So let's go ahead and start a new game. I don't know why I'm so confused by this. I don't know where the music went either. Anyways, I've been wanting to get back into this for a while now, but I didn't want to I didn't want to do it on the DS. I felt in my heart of hearts that a remaster was coming at some point. And I'm glad I waited. It was a while though. It was a long time and I almost gave in a few times. I also put it on a list a couple times too. Showdown time. I don't know what that means, but I saw 3 of a kind, and I think the king one wins. You lose. Aroo! Eek! Was this like Russian roulette card game? I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. Cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. Is that a no? Oh my god. Oh my god, what is that portrait? April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court. Panicked, palms sweaty, arms spaghetti, vomit on my sweater already. I can't admit it, nervous. Good morning. Oh, Jesus. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Wound up, sir? No. I'm loose as a goose. I'm fine. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, it's a homicide, I guess. Justice doesn't start small, huh? I'm fine. I got a 5 a.m. to do my, Chords of Steel voice workout? I don't think you're fine, Apollo. That explains it, I guess. I did detect a certain rasping quality. Oh, should I be talking like this then? Cough? I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. Tokyo drift, even. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes! I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. Okay. I'm gonna need new pants, sir. I'll be prepping our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course. Why are you voicing him like that? I don't know. I fucking don't know. And so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Dots? Whoa! Good morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial. Nervous. Meeting him. Cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So you're... Fine, I'm fine! Ah, Mr. Fine, is it? Shut up, dude. Art... You look like... You look like someone. I'm not sure if you are, but that's kind of funny if you are. I didn't remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why? You'll see. Huh? You can do it. Be confident. I need you to take off the hat, because it could just be anime drawing that makes you look very similar. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir! Can you say objection for me? Okay, I need to focus. Also, why do you look like that? If you are who I think you are. First trial, here comes justice. Were you gambling? Oh, don't tell me you lost everything, dude. That'd be depressing. Court is now in session.
And I broke my foot. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name, Mr. Justice? Your name is Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. I'm fine. Really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strange. I actually don't remember how I voiced him. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes, and my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Mr. Gavin got trial experience, fine. But does he have the cords of steel? What? Oh, let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Dots. This is truly unfortunate turn of event. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time. Okay, I was gonna say, like, you look very similar. I can't tell without the spiky hair, to be quite honest. Well, I wasn't sure. I figured it was, but still. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Why? Mr. Wright? How guess that happened? I won't speak of it further, then. If the prosecution would be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think I saw you enter this room in a fresh attorney, and now I see you leave in chains!
Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Dog, just shave your fucking head. Please. I'm begging you.
The crime occurred at the
Borscht Bowl Club. A Russian restaurant. Oh my god, it was a Russian card game.
The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack! Killed him cold. Just kind of like his mentor, but with a bottle.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was?
To be honest, for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright? A pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice.
Here's not wine?
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. See, some things never change. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court records. These things, right here. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Because, Chronos, you're gonna miss a lot. You always do. For fuck's sakes, pay attention, please. The court record, right. I heard of that. I would really hope that you have heard of that as a lawyer. Right? Please? Use Obby to look at the evidence so far. Okay. How long did I yearn from one of these? Just putting on makes me feel ready. The time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by a single blow to the forehead. Details? Okay. And grape juice. Ooh. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how it goes with borscht. This is... Bottle's completely empty. Yeah. Isn't this part from like the last game of the original? Or the last case of the original? Something like that? Actually, I do remember when I did that case, people were like, oh yeah, they actually added this for this version, but you don't actually see this again until way later. So I'm assuming this is what they meant. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Well, one of us has to be. Right, use our beast. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. And just who was this? Shady Smith.
And we believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he's been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant.
That is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe that they first met at the Bush Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they had just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let the photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling illegal? Oh wait. I got ahead of myself.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Yeah, it's true the defendant has engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it's only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flames, know its final outcome. Come again?
The cards on the table are had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense...
Why are we still using black and white photos? Hey, hold up. Why are we still using black and white photos? I'm pretty sure we're in a time period in this Japan-LA hybrid where we can get color photos, please.
I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. Clearly, because this is the place for that.
That'll be our first order of business here, then, to find out more about this fatal game of cards. Dots. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. Yeah, this is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. Witness testimony. The competition. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. Sounds like you're not a pianist by trade, then. Like at all. My real job is to take on interested customers at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition is there are the club's main attraction. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. A pianist who can't play piano.
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Very well. The defense may begin cross-examination. We're already starting with the barely literate, Chronos? Yeah, my first cross-examination. Don't blow it! Are you ready? All right. You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? A figure of speech, you idiot. Your voice sounds strained and raspy too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times, though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher cross-examination? Probably. Better safe than sorry, especially this early in the game. Yes, teach me! I know nothing! Indeed, your job, Justice, is to be mindful of the court records and testimony. Look for inconsistencies in the testimony with what the court record tells you. When you found an inconsistency, that's when you present the conflicting evidence from the court records. But I didn't hear anything strange in that testimony just now. A good sign that you need to press the witness with LB for more information. Press him? Don't let the fact that he's a remarkable man hold you back. Get more information. That is the spitting image of a remarkable man right there. But isn't Mr. Wright my client? Well, do you think you can do it? Yeah! Thank you, sir! I think I can do it. I think you'd better, or we're going to have a problem. Just remember, find any inconsistency, any lie in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix Wright. As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, unless, you know, he was trying to win a case, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I'm pianist by trade. Okay. You can hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title pianist is a mask, a respectable face to wear in the world at large. Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? Okay. They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I'm a professional after all.
Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? Just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine.
Yeah, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
What? What the? Hey!
I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. 7 years?! How long since the last time we played as you, Phoenix? And I've never lost once. What? You see why customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Wait, you never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. And I cheat. Very much. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? Probably not, I would imagine. I don't know much about poker though, so. Blackjack! I could play a little bit of that. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction. It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only in the silver screen nowadays. Oh, you fucking wish, dog. Suffice it to say that there was a lot of deals being made on the table. Right there in that room. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the odds of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the window. I can practically picture it now. That window, does it look like it's a good place to be? That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Unlike me, I haven't bathed in years. 7, in fact. 2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying on the floor. Precisely, cards on the table, cards on the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue with a sad soup of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other was blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yeah, a game of hands. This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right! It was a simple game, after all! Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime. Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear the cry of objection from the defense. I can't believe that one slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I never touched the murder weapon. Silence? The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that table around. Hey, fuck you, Wright? How about you help me a little bit? Great, like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about the testimony? Huh? Wait, something he said did ring a little strange. Everything? Everything he said ringed a little strange. Just one thing, now what was it? When you figure it out, I was just presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony, but why? I better check the court records. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony. It's a little early to be jumping to conclusions. This is your cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. I just pressed on everything, didn't I? You might have added new stuff, I guess. Actually, I don't remember this one. So you claim you weren't gambling. Oh, that's a good sign. That's right. It was a simple game. You didn't bet any money, not even a little. The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. The stakes, your fate! Can we go back to the trial now? Okay. Never touch the murder weapon. Well, there's a contradiction. Bears the defendant Mr. Wright's prints. Objection! Opening objection! So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon. This grape juice bottle, right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's that, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ear and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, there's a couple things, Apollo. One, he said his fingerprints weren't on it, and they are. Two, it's a murder weapon. It's kind of important there. That's true. The prints alone don't prove he did it.
Yeah, that wouldn't prove a thing if there weren't if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean? Oh, he grasped it.
It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can be only one reason for that.
Don't flow your hair. Can we? I didn't see what you said.
It means he was holding the bottle. Oh, okay. Yes, to brain someone with the bottle.
Arroo! Mr. Gavin, I think this just took a turn for the worst. Oh, I see no problem. Justice? Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be a reason.
Objection!
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yeah, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down.
Well, depending on where you are in the world, they can't get reception too far up, which is strange. You would think that would be not a problem anymore.
The defendant used the stairs in the hallway that go above ground. The call came from inside the house and the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the oh my god, the phone that made the call. Used by defendant to notify police. I would like to see that, please. No clues there. No clues there. No clues there. Clue there? Wow, the battery is being held with a piece of tape. He should probably buy a new phone. Maybe he can't afford it, or he just doesn't care. I mean, like, you can get a cheap smartphone for like $60 these days. That's still a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to what these phones cost and the first smartphones. Like, the first phone I had that was actually kind of like this, I think was over $200. And yeah, like, the smartphone I had, which was a waste of fucking money, to be quite honest, I was a buy one, get one free bullshit. So I get one for me and one for my mom. But, it was not worth what I paid for, and it was pretty much... The buy one, get one free really was just me paying the amount of 2 fucking smartphones. Ugh. Also, apparently I have a free pizza at Domino's. Sweet. Yes, I picked up my phone to look at when I was talking about it, and I had an email. Free pizza, baby! All I ever wanted. Alright. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he was so close. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? He is being uncooperative. That doesn't change the fact he's being uncooperative. Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about...
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room at the very moment the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this? Oh, that's a good point. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime? That must mean they witnessed the crime. Or are the murderer themselves, which is usually how this goes. Everything up to now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Oh, very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
I surmise that she's been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off.
You are sure?
I swear it on my gavel. Please, come on out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Actually, it is. Yeah, if you fucking like cut someone's hair without their permission, that actually is assault. So it's like, yeah.
If you are sure it is, okay.
I just thought you were a tiny woman. Why are you holding, what is that, a Dutch oven? Why? Wait a moment. What did the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia?
Yeah. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
And that would be...
My name is Olga O'Reilly.
Olga, oh god damn it. Olga O'Reilly. You don't hear many people called Olga anymore. Okay, I've never actually met anyone named Olga before, outside of hearing them from like movie characters and video game characters. Are we searching up the name Olga Chronos? Yes. Yes, we are. How common is the name Olga? It is historically ranked among the most popular names in countries including Ukraine, Latvia, Spain, France, Siberia, Greece, and the US? Olga is the Russian form of Helga. Really? Okay, apparently it means holy blessing as well. Or holy blessed, sure. Really? There are 39.77 people named Olga every 100,000 Americans. Really? One second, I gotta go on Facebook. Chronos, get back to the game. I just want to see how many Olgas there are. There are actually a decent amount of Olgas. Alright, it's my arrogance showing, I guess. Or ignorance. I forget which one. I mean, I'm always arrogant, so it would be ignorant, though.
I'm employed as a waitress at the Borscht Bull Club restaurant.
That is a weird name. Can we just call it the BBC? That has many different meanings to it, doesn't it, Chronos? Yeah, it does. Then why the camera?
Of course, it's my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant.
Borscht? Oh, you have an accent. Fuck.
But I also perform, how is it said, other services. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I take it one of those services is taking the customer's pictures, please.
Da-da, like for example, this one.
That's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder, man in white hat is the one who was gone kaput.
Indeed, that is the victim. Order! Order, I say! That is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is the same way as I drop cold borscht on laps of customers, casually.
Then the court will casually accept the new evidence. Olga's photo has been added.
Now, witness, where were you the night at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, we call it.
Excuse me, the hideout?
It is the room where famous gangster bad guy
oh my god, really?
Was arrested.
In room where I'm sorry if that was very loud, by the way. It kind of took me by surprise how much I laughed at that.
Is room where murder took place.
Wait, what? You're looking for the surprise? It's lovely. I'll post my courtroom door later for you. The photos will be numbered, and you will have to write. You will write which ones you want copies of. So there are 3 people in the room at the time of the crime: the victim, Shoddy Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about the night's event. Witness testimony. The fatal night. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for a game. He was cold. Both players play with hats on, duh. The victim, he plays the whole time with his hands on locket of his neck. Then, last hand is done. That's something terrible has happened, duh. That man flew at victim and strangled him. Strangle him? Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
And take it from me, kid, it happens. I mean, look at my loss record. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here.
I find that one hard to believe, actually, that you never lost a case for 7 years.
These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on the side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
I mean, yes. I imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Okay. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. Alright, let's, I guess press everything? I know there was cases that I shouldn't press everything in the other Phoenix Wright games, or Ace Attorney games, I guess. Because we're not playing as Phoenix Wright anymore. But we were warned about that. You were dealing cards? Do you do this often? I mean, I am doing this. If the customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. It's my work. It's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. Welcome you to Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is as warm as the witness. Thank you for not handing out flyers during cross-examination. He was cold, so clearly you're bundled up. Is borscht a soup? I thought it was like a sausage or something. Maybe it's a sausage soup. One's like borscht. It is a soup. With chunks of like sausages in it. Or meat stock. What the fuck is that? I've never had this before, apparently. Well, that one has sausages. Okay, I don't know. It's already April. How could it be cold? At Borscht Bowl Club, we pride on authentic rustic Russian restaurant theme. Outside in city in spring, but inside is always as cold as Mother Russia. I'm pretty sure it's not always cold in Russia. I don't really know that for 100%. But still, no way I'm going there. I mean, yeah, I have no plans to. When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning. Da. The victim play the whole time. Yeah, there you go. His locket. I believe it was good luck charm, yeah? He gripped it many times as he played night. He must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. Though if it was small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift. Defense would like the clarification this is a locket we're talking about. I mean a pennant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket? Of course! I knew that. It was probably a pennant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that. No, locket's a locket. It doesn't matter what shape. It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society. No, it's not. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding?
So, what happened next?
Something terrible? Eek! The fence will refrain from needless shouting. Sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing.
Now, Miss O'Reilly, can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was so frightened. Duh, I trembled with fear. Okay. So. But the defendant would never do such a thing. Eek! Well, now, I can't say I ever heard the defense try that tactic. If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me. Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker? Oh, people have killed for less. Perhaps it's because the defendant had a lost game?
Yeah, crushing defeat for a man undefeated. It's always with me, so it always is with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Go ahead, I believe you know what it is you need to do. Right, sir, leave it to me. There's only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, I get you now, O'Reilly. O'Reilly? Whatever. So we need to present probably that here. No, here. Yes, next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is the first episode of the series. You should probably like the episode and subscribe if you're not. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!